And we were doing Lucha Underground. We had about 3 or 4 matchups until our guys that you see. The matchup that it actually cut off at was one I was wanting to show you guys the most, really. It's called the Gift of the Gods match. In Lucha Underground, they have a Gift of the Gods tournament. It's a 7-man tournament. These guys come in and they fight for what's called an Aztec medallion. Each is just a small circular, so you can see it on the screen, Gift of the Gods. And then later on tonight, we're going to have a Lucha Underground championship match between Angelico and Prince Puma. But for now, the Gift of the Gods championship, what it's all about is they take a tournament with 7 guys, and each of them fights in a match. There's really 14 guys. They'll fight in a match, and the winner gets a Gift of the Gods Aztec medallion. It's just a small circular medallion. Later on, Dario Cueto, the promoter and owner of Lucha Underground, will come out with what's called the Gift of the Gods Championship belt, and it has 7 blank spaces on it. Each one of the wrestlers that won one of these medallions is going to place their medallion in the belt, and that locks them in for a 7-man matchup. These guys come in and fight. Whoever wins has the Gift of the Gods belt, and what this is, Dario Cueto's exact words, is this is a very unique opportunity. Yes, it is a championship, but this championship earns you a guaranteed shot at the World Heavyweight Championship of Lucha Underground. Currently held by Matanza Cueto, so Gift of the Gods right now isn't them out. In this one, you're going to see Rey Mysterio Jr., Killshot, Phoenix, Jack Evans, Tejano Jr., and Dragon Azteca Jr., and guys, that's going from right to left if you was paying attention. Anybody that's watched Lucha Underground knows these guys. They know pretty much the backstories and whatnot. I'm trying to, get a little more attention, some more fans for Lucha Underground, and just doing it by showing you guys these moves, what they look like. I'm going to go ahead and say the entrances aren't the best because this is create a character. These aren't actually downloaded characters made by 2K. That's why, if you notice, it's taking quite a long time to load, if you can still see. But what this is, it's a ladder match, and the last time I tried to play this, when lost signal this morning, it was actually showing a Money in the Bank briefcase at the top instead of the championship. I'm hoping that once this goes out, it's looking like I might have lost signal again up there at the top right hand corner. Anyway, if you guys can still see it, we're still waiting for the game to load. It's taking quite a good long time, but it's going to be alright. It'll come on in just a second. Like I say, this is a universe mode. We have a custom arena, 6 custom wrestlers, custom show, so yeah, it's going to be pretty aggravating to get it to load. Hopefully 2K17 is going to be a little bit better with this kind of stuff, which is coming out sometime soon. If you've been paying attention to YouTube, any of the guys that's been looking it up, 2K17 is actually looking pretty great this year. Going for a little bit of silence. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the game. It might have frozen up just a little bit. From what I can see on my YouTube account, I've got my YouTube account pulled up on my phone. You guys can see what's going on at the moment, at least. It's not doing like it was this morning. Hopefully this will go ahead and load, and we can get on to the Gift of the Gods Championship. I'm going to skip through the entrances. Like I said before, they're not the greatest in the world. Some of them do look better than normal, but just like with Rey Mysterio, if you watch him, he'll come out and he'll do the SAWFT like Big Cass, Colin Cassidy. Alright, here we go. If anybody's paying attention, we finally got it to come on. It says up on the top that I have 2 viewers. Welcome, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're watching live right now, give me a shout out. Leave me some comments on YouTube, or either send me a message on PlayStation Network if you're on PlayStation Network watching. Right now we have Tejano Jr. coming in. I know I said I was going to skip through. I just want to give you guys a look at these wrestlers. Tejano Jr., there's a lot of these guys that you're going to see are actually juniors. Tejano Jr., Rey Mysterio Jr., Pentagon Jr., Dragon Azteca Jr. I've been trying to do some research, if you guys could help me out, actually. Are these actual father and son relationships between these juniors and seniors? Or are they characters that are beloved in Lucha that they pass down their masks? We saw this with Sin Cara Azul and Sin Cara Negro in WWE. Sin Cara, the original, was a Hispanic wrestler that I'm not exactly sure what his name is, but he came to America to hone his craft. In Mexico, they still had a void. They had a emptiness from where they lost their Sin Cara. They took another guy, his name is Homicide. If you've ever watched TNA, Homicide actually played the second Sin Cara for Mexico. We have coming in Killshot. When they signed to WWE, they actually had to have a mask versus mask match to decide who was going to be the real true Sin Cara from now on. Anybody that paid attention to that match knows that the original Sin Cara, the original Hispanic fighter Sin Cara, is now in a tag team match with Kalisto called the Lucha Dragons. I'm going to skip through the rest of Killshot. We have Killshot in the ring. This is actually the cousins of Big Mac and Big Rick. If you ever watched Lucha Underground, they're known as the Fam or the Family. Coming out now, you can see his name, Jack Evans. Jack Evans, I'm not exactly sure who he is. I've never seen him before in AAA or any of the other smaller places. If you can hear the entrance music, he's coming out to Lucha Dragons theme song, Lucha, Lucha. That's not his music. He's actually, if you can look at and see his gloves, his elbow pads, he's more of a mixed martial artist that does high-flying moves. It's pretty cool to watch in real life, and they did a good job. The creators of these characters, all these characters come from WWE Community Creations. All the guys that did these are awesome. They really hooked up the likenesses. Really, with the entrances, I complain about the entrances, but they used what they had to work with. Anybody that's tried to create an entrance knows this doesn't work very well in the new game. Again, hopefully 2K17 will have it a bit revamped. Coming in now, we have a man known as Phoenix, the man of 1,000 lives. Phoenix has had a great career in Lucha Underground. He's gone for championships multiple times. He was the Gift of the Gods champion at one time. So that might have a little play into this matchup. He's the only one that's ever been there before. Phoenix is, I wouldn't say your average high flyer. Phoenix, you'll see him come in with a corkscrew 450s, moonsaults off the turnbuckles. It's a bit more advanced than what you'll see in WWE, such as Sin Cara or Kalisto doing. They do a lot of high-flying acrobatics, but Phoenix is more of a splash-down type of guy. He's going to slam the entire body weight against you at one time. Nearly everyone you see on Lucha Underground has high-flying abilities, but he is definitely in the top tier of high flyers. This is a guy that's come into Lucha Underground recently. His name is Dragon Azteca Jr. for the guys that haven't seen him. He's actually right now, the last time I saw, he was in a, for the people that know Lucha Underground, they don't do tag teams, they do trios. Instead of two guys, they have three. And right now, for the trios champion, at least the last time that I watched, trios champions were Dragon Azteca Jr., Rey Mysterio Jr., and Prince Puma, which is actually a crazy, amazing tag team. You'll see them go in for all kinds of different double teams. A lot of times you'll see Rey Mysterio set up for one of the younger guys, Dragon Azteca Jr. or Prince Puma. One of the last fights that I saw, Rey Mysterio hit the 619, but instead of going for dropping the dime, he ran over and he tagged Prince Puma to allow him to hit the 630 senton. If you guys haven't seen that, it's amazing. It's he spins around through the air again at 630 degrees, lands on the back of his neck and shoulders, so it's sort of like a, I guess you could call it a swanton bomb on crack. It's amazing to see it again. If you ever have a chance to watch, go onto your satellite providers and find out where the El Rey network is. Go on El Rey and look up their times for Lucha Underground where you're at. Again, it's I live in the Eastern Standard Time, so I'm not exactly sure what time it'll be coming on across the United States. Right now we have coming out Rey Mysterio Jr. I'm not a big fan of playing as Rey Mysterio on this game because none of the creations that I saw, none of the guys that were created to look like Rey Mysterio actually had the 619 finisher. I haven't taken the time to look and see if the finisher is on here, but it's a little disconcerting to see he has a Tiger Feint kick and a body splash instead of the dropping the dime, the 619 or either the West Coast pop. He doesn't do either one of those. And you saw there he was doing the SAWFT. He's coming in like Big Cass, which is pretty hilarious considering Rey Mysterio is one of the greatest little guys in WWE and Big Cass is one of the newer big guys. So if you can see we're coming in now for the ladder match, Gift of the Gods. Up at top you can see a Money in the Bank briefcase. I'm not exactly sure who to go with for this one. Phoenix is the only guy that I've seen actually have the Gift of the Gods championship. So I'm going to go ahead and let him take it if I can win with him. If you noticed in my videos, I oftentimes lose more than I win. So we'll see what happens. Of course, as Phoenix, I'm coming on out. I'm going to go ahead and go grab the ladder. Bring that in real quick like. You can use it as a weapon. Of course, this is no disqualifications. Onto the mat. People, that is a thin rubber floor. It covers up concrete. It's only a few inches thick on the actual wrestling shows. In Lucha Underground, if you pay attention, they really don't have mats per se. It's more of just a little thin cushion. They don't have the rubber, the thick, I'm not exactly sure what it's made out of, but the mats for WWE are a lot thicker, they're a lot more protective. You just saw Rey Mysterio kick Jack Evans in the mouth, and right after Phoenix throws kill shot with the Hurricane Rana, a classic Lucha Libre move. Outside the ring, Tejano Jr. and Dragon Azteca Jr. are having their own little war. Rey Mysterio whips face first into the ladder, and at the same time, Phoenix drops kill shot on the back of his head. That's actually the move that you just saw Phoenix perform is actually called the Pentagon Driver. You've heard me talk about it in the video this morning if you were paying attention. Another Hurricane Rana. You'll see a lot of these guys have some similar moves a lot of times. See Phoenix is set up the ladder, he's coming in, he's going for the Money in the Bank briefcase already. Once again, this is actually supposed to be a Gift of the Gods championship match. I'm not sure why it has the briefcase up top, but again, once this match is over, we'll hopefully have a Gift of the Gods champion determined. Tejano, Dragon Azteca Jr., Phoenix inside the ring, Rey Mysterio and Jack Evans. Kill shot was outside, but he's come back in now just to get smacked with a ladder. Tejano Jr.'s grabbed Phoenix to get the ladder out of his hand. He's going to throw him down. If he had come over the top rope any harder, he'd probably landed on top of the ladder. And folks, that does not feel good, I promise. Tejano Jr. is just coming in on Phoenix. This is a deadlift suplex, people. This is amazing power to pick any man up. But picking him up off the floor instead of taking him off his feet in a regular suplex manner, it's a lot different. A lot more power has to go into it. Phoenix Jr. with a jawbreaker reversal and then a Spanish fly. Anybody that's never seen that move, is a Spanish fly. It's also used off the top rope by Sin Cara. An avalanche move, for those that have never seen it. Tejano Jr. is being worn out with the stairs at the moment. Rey Mysterio Jr. just hit an amazing looking suplex on Jack Evans. Kill shot going in for an inverted. Oh, nope. He actually looked like he was going for an inverted DDT, but instead spun him over and stunned him. If you've seen the family, Big Mac in particular, uses the stunner quite a bit. He does, at times, he will do the full-on Stone Cold Stunner, birds up, kick to the gut and everything. My favorite stunner of his, though, is actually he will come off the ropes, springboard, and do a stunner. It's, again, these guys in Lucha Underground are amazing competitors. It's pretty fun to watch Lucha Underground on the El Rey Network one more time, if they didn't hear it before. I watched some of my videos, and a lot of times content gets cut out for some reason or another. You'll end up missing stuff. So I say things 2 or 3 times. If you're watching this and you hear it more than once, don't get aggravated with me. It's just, I don't want people to miss really what the show is all about. I'm wanting to promote Lucha Underground. This is free advertising, basically. I had somebody, first video I ever did for YouTube was NXT and Lucha Underground. I had somebody leave a comment saying that they already knew all the NXT guys, they already knew the WWE guys, they wanted to learn about Lucha Underground, they'd never seen it before. So I already had all these different Lucha Underground fighters, I might as well go ahead and make Puzzles Lucha Underground live broadcast. This is a continuation of this morning's broadcast. We tried to do this Gift of the Gods 6-man ladder match earlier, about 12 or 13 hours ago maybe. We didn't get to see it. Somehow lost video quality, lost signal, something. I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but I was on a blank screen. Rey Mysterio, amazing. Apparently I'm wrong. Rey Mysterio just dropped the diamond 619 right onto Dragon Azteca Jr., his Trio's championship partner. You can't win this match by pinfalls or submission. You have to get to the top and retrieve that. Oh, just a horrible super kick and landed on the ladder. That was sickening. Kill shot with an amazing super kick. And he comes in. Wow, he goes for a swanton off of the ropes. Goes to stand up and gets smacked in the face by a ladder that was being thrown inside the ring. I hope you guys got to see that, because that was probably the most hilarious thing I've seen in my lifetime. Literally stands up from hitting his move and gets smacked in the face with a ladder being thrown into the ring. Amazing. Phoenix and Dragon Azteca Jr. going up to the top. Rey Mysterio pulling Dragon Azteca Jr. down. Phoenix is by himself until Killshot. Killshot's going power bomb off the top of the ladder. Killshot stopped Phoenix from trying to obtain what I'm hoping is the Gift of the Gods championship. I hope it doesn't just have a Money in the Bank briefcase. Phoenix coming in one more time. He's going to grab the briefcase. Just ladder gets knocked out from under him, and then Tejano with an electric chair drop, slamming him back down to the same corner of the ring he was in before. Apparently Tejano wants nobody climbing the ladder, neither does Rey. Guys, we got to get to the top at least to win, right? I'll keep my mouth shut. I understand, Rey. Just smack me with the ladder. Dragon Azteca Jr. dropping Tejano Jr. across his knee. Once again, this is Lucha Underground. You are going to see a lot of juniors. Also Son of Havoc, son of Chessman, or excuse me, not Chessman. That's another one of the AAA fighters. Rey Mysterio's on the mat. Phoenix has just gotten back up from the mat. Rey Mysterio gets kicked hard by Killshot, just a soccer ball kick in the back. Phoenix is determined to get this. He's gone back to the top again. He has the briefcase. And another electric chair drop, this time from Killshot. And it looks, by the way it's done, it looks like he dropped him across the ladder. That kind of hurt. Jack Evans getting rid of some of the competition, throws Phoenix out of the ring. Tejano Jr., oh God. I'm not even sure what to call that move. Just had him on his shoulders in like an attitude adjustment formation and rolled him onto the ladder. Horrible move. Tejano Jr. was in the ring by himself. He could have went for the championship, but looks like Killshot's going to go in. We're going to go ahead and fix that too. Killshot may become your new Gift of the Gods championship champion. tried to get him to get knocked off the ladder a couple different ways. Didn't work out too well. Kill Shot is your new Lucha Underground Gift of the Gods champion. Showing some replays. This is when Kill Shot actually went to the top of the ladder. I messed myself up. I was trying to grab Kill Shot. Ended up grabbing Dragon Azteca Jr. Gave Kill Shot the time to get up to it's actually the briefcase. Tried to kick the ladder over. For some reason, just had no effect. I got kicked off the ladder a few times, but oh well. It's all in good fun. Kill Shot, once again, has the championship. Hopefully, it's not just going to have him with the briefcase. Yeah, there it is. He's got him with the championship belt. You'll be able to check it out now. Lucha Underground Gift of the Gods champion, Kill Shot. You can't really see it extremely well unless they end up doing a close-up and pause the video. I want to show you guys what this belt actually looks like. Kill Shot will hold it still long enough they can get the stop. You can see it there a little bit, the different columns that it has. It actually has 7 different columns, and each column has a spot in the middle. It's a blank space. From what I can see, it has a magnet inside of it that attaches each Aztec medallion to it. It brings it in and makes it the Gift of the Gods championship. I didn't get a good look at it this time. I'm actually going to go into the calendar of the universe mode to give you guys a better look at this, because like I say, a big shout out, big thanks to the people that created all this stuff. I didn't create any ships, they're wrestlers. I'm not affiliated with the show at all. I'm just a fan trying to teach others about the show. Next matchup would be Mil Muertes and Jack Evans, followed by Angelico and Prince Puma. But I'm going to come into the calendar, hopefully, and be able to show you guys what the championship actually looks like. You can see it there a little bit better, but still, it's not best quality, not the best way to see it. Anyway, really all it is sort of like a Money in the Bank briefcase, except it's a belt, so you have to defend it. If you don't cash in your belt and go for Prince Puma's title, Prince Puma being the Lucha Underground champion at the moment in my universe mode, if you don't cash in your belt within a certain amount of time, you have to defend that belt. You have to fight to keep the belt. We saw this with Brian Cage and Chavo Guerrero Jr. These two guys had a pretty outstanding rivalry. Brian Cage won an Aztec medallion in his matchup and ended up having it stolen by Chavo Guerrero. Chavo comes in and places his stolen medallion into the championship by order of Dario Cueto, who claims that if you have the medallion, put it in, you're in the match. Doesn't matter who won it. But in the 7-way championship match after that, you saw Brian Cage come in. He helped Chavo win the match. He knocked out Sexy Star, Aerostar. I think 2 or 3 other guys got knocked out. At the end of it, it was only Chavo Guerrero Jr. and another wrestler in the ring. Brian Cage slammed the other wrestler down with his finishing move, placed Chavo Guerrero Jr. on top of him, and let Chavo Guerrero win. After that, the week later, he comes in with a championship match by Dario Cueto. Again, Dario sometimes has some odd, like really odd, weird. Like, I can't even explain how off this man is at some times. But he does have the knack of giving unique opportunities. Now, the unique opportunity for Cage, he actually had the chance to come in and beat Chavo Guerrero for the belt that was rightfully his in the first place if he had won the 7-man matchup. Now, as far as I know, you can go on YouTube and you can find the match where Brian Cage fights Matanza Cueto. Matanza being the baby brother, from what I've been, if I'm not mistaken, Matanza is actually the little brother of Dario Cueto. I can feel that. I have a little brother and his friend over at my home right now. Both of them are like twice my size and only 14. So I can see this. Matanza being the younger brother to Dario. This is Mil Muertes. Before Matanza Cueto showed up, nobody could mess with Mil. Mil Muertes was the man in Lucha Underground. Before Mil, it was Prince Puma. If you've seen my Lucha Underground, Prince Puma is the Lucha Underground champion. Lucha needs Prince Puma. Prince Puma needs Lucha Underground belts. All of them, not just one of them. He needs the Gift of the Gods belt too. Let him fight himself for the championship. Sorry about the little pause, guys. I'm losing my voice a little bit here. Throwing down some Gatorade. Guess I'm going to give free sponsorship to Gatorade too. Gatorade, thirst quencher. Guys, feel free, if you're on PlayStation Network and I sent you an invitation to come watch this, feel free to send me messages if you want. If you have any specific matchups, anything you want to see. Other than that, leave me comments here on YouTube as well. If I'm doing anything, you guys, maybe anything you think I could improve on, anything that I'm doing right or wrong, I'd like to turn this into a more of a large scale thing. I want some more viewers. I'd like to have at least one or two loyal viewers that tune in whenever they see I have a live show going on. But right now, I know I said in the description this was just going to be for the Lucha Underground Gift of the Gods Championship, but from what I can see, I actually still have service. I still have signal, so I'm going to go ahead and keep on with the broadcast. I'm going to go in, we're going to do Mil Muertes versus Jack Evans now. Let's start the matchup. Mil Muertes is a bad man, and Jack Evans just got done with a ladder match, so he's not going to be at 100% in real life if this was an actual wrestling show. So we're going to have Mil Muertes played by me. Anybody that's paid attention, I get my ass kicked on here a lot. I lose nearly every match, but it's still fun. You guys make it a lot better. Dropping the comments, sharing and liking. It makes it a lot easier on me not to get aggravated. A lot of times it seems like these people will get nerfed. Anybody that doesn't play video games a lot, nerfing, you hit somebody with a button combination, you do a move, you do something, and it doesn't affect them. It doesn't do anything for you, which can, again, get really aggravating. We're going to go ahead and join as Mil Muertes, get this match started. I like to start my one-on-one matches off. I'm going to go ahead and start it off pretty clean. Excuse my southern accent. This is going to start off pretty clean to be Lucha Underground. They don't really have the rule enforcement like WWE has. No, WWE has to stay family friendly. Lucha Underground doesn't have that restriction. Going in, this is a if you're new to 2K16 WWE, this is a new feature, I guess you could call it. It's called Working Holds. It's just basically a rock, paper, scissors minigame with the face buttons to start with, and then everybody's pretty much familiar with what you're seeing there. You move the right analog stick around until you find the hot spot. You let the circle fill up, and then you've got your gauge filled. You do this a few times. Anybody that's paying attention to the bottom of the screen, each time you win the rock, paper, scissors, or the smaller, or the, not exactly sure what to call that kind of minigame, the hot spot minigame, I guess. Each time you do that, you get a little more stamina. Or not stamina, really. It's called momentum on here. You see the numbers building up at the bottom of the screen. Mil Muertes at 21. Jack Evans at 18.2. The stamina is actually the blue bar. Jack Evans has better stamina than me at the moment. Each fighter has moves. Signature and a finisher at least. Some of them have two, as you can see, like with Mil Muertes, two signatures and two finishers. So once we get our... I'm not very fond of the diving clothesline, really, with any fighters, because it doesn't seem to do anything for me. I always end up getting, again, that word nerfed with that. So you're going to see a sidewalk slam. The flatliner is known as Mil Muertes' finisher. That is the big move. That is, if you get hit with Mil Muertes' finisher, the flatliner, you don't get up. Choke slam he has used a lot as well, but that flatliner is his thing. I did a little bit of research. Anybody that doesn't know Mil Muertes, you might know him by the name La Messia. I'm not exactly sure if that's the right pronunciation, but La Messia. You can look him up on his Wikipedia page. Actually has his real name or his ring names, his different aliases and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and go back into the gameplay. But yeah, each fighter has at least one signature and finisher move. This would be like your ultimate technique. The name really says it all. Finishing move really says it all. But if you see somebody laying, throat across the middle rope or bottom rope, either way, and Rey Mysterio Jr. is in the ring, you already know what's about to happen. If you see Rey Mysterio and his opponent is laying across the ropes, I'll show you. Well, apparently I won't show you. Jack Evans heard me talking. He's going to just crash me out into the ring. Forgive my lack of verbal prowess at the moment. I'm a little excited. Seems like I have more viewers tonight than I normally do. Hi guys, thanks for checking the show out. Mil Muertes is looking for a bear hug, but he doesn't have a lot of stamina, so I'm going to let that go. Right now, the stamina is the same. I've used more stamina. He's going in for the bear hug again. For some reason, certain fighters, or either it might just be me, the way I'm hitting the buttons. But it seems like certain guys, whenever I try to do a grapple, it'll go in for their submission maneuver. So I'm going to try and show you guys what I was talking about a minute ago. Rey Mysterio's setup for the 619 finisher. Apparently Mil doesn't want to show you guys the 619 finisher. He doesn't have the finisher, obviously. I just want to show you the setup for it. We're going to go ahead and try to end this matchup. This is the sidewalk slam. Just a regular lung-blowing move, if you understand the term. You get dropped flat on your back, you're going to knock all the wind out of you. And then what a lot of people call that a Samoan uppercut. Guys, if you could tell me, anybody out there that might know, why is that a Samoan uppercut? This right here, you just saw Jack Evans had his comeback maneuver, but he got caught. And once again, a lung blower just got slammed down on his lungs on the back. Flat back, right down. And here you're going to see, this is actually something you'll see on Lucha Underground, a flatliner right onto the Aztec symbol. That is classic, 100% pure Lucha Underground right there. Mil Muertes slamming someone down with a flatliner right onto the Aztec symbol. 1, 2, 3, obviously. I'm just checking out my YouTube account. Looks like I've gone off again with my video. This is really starting to get aggravating. Come on, PlayStation. Man, this is aggravating. That is some of the worst stuff, man. You get done doing a match and then you look. Nobody even saw what happened. Looks like you guys got to see Jack Evans coming out. Rewound the video a little bit on my phone. At least it's not a complete and total loss. Like I said, it looks like you're getting to see Jack Evans come to the ring at least. You might have gotten to see some of the matchup even, but it's looking like I might have messed myself up talking. Quite possibly when I was speaking before the Mil Muertes and Jack Evans matchup. You did get to see some of it. That's better than what I normally do. Obviously, it didn't kill the video altogether. I'm getting to where now I can see that you got to see when I was explaining the signatures and finishers. Seems like after that, though, yeah, it comes out of the signatures and finishers, and then I lose broadcast. Might be I'm hitting some kind of time limit. Guys, if you know there's some kind of time limit that I'm not supposed to cross, please let me know, because that's just a little bit aggravating. 0 watching right now according to my phone. Sucks. Really, really sucks. According to my on air on PlayStation, I have 2 viewers. For some reason though, it always tells me I have 2 viewers. Might be a winky dink there. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and cut the broadcast now. I hate you guys that ends up keep messing my broadcasts up. It's a little aggravating, but thanks guys for coming in one more time. This was Anthony Steele, puzzle1311996 live broadcast. Hopefully, I'm going to go back and look. Hopefully you guys got to see the belt, the Lucha Underground Gift of the Gods Championship. Hopefully you got to see all of that. Sorry for anybody that's trying to watch right now and get nothing but the stupid network help screen, whatever this is. Let me go to my network settings. Maybe you guys will be able to see it if I go to the network settings and try and fix this. Sorry guys, just right here.